So today I'm going to start planting up the two hanging baskets for the front doorway. I've used these black preformed hanging baskets for a number of years now. They do have cutouts as well, these small squares where you can actually remove them, put through as a trailing plant, as a young plant, and then put the grid square back in place. There's a small hole there that allows some of the stock to come through before the plant really establishes itself. But this year I'm just going to use 3 plants per basket, and I'm just going to black these grids out. The planters are approximately maybe 350 to 400 millimeters in diameter, and roughly about maybe 20 centimeters high. So first stage is I'll use some polythene, and I'll start cutting this out to form the liner inside. So I've started to prepare some of the polythene liner for inside the hanging baskets. I've just used the inside of an old compost bag, and as you can see I just made some cuts at the top of the bottom just so it will fit easier when it goes inside the hanging basket due to the circular shape of the basket. Black will coincide with the black finish on the outside, so you'll not see anything, it'll just look like a black hanging basket until such time the plants that are put in will start to trail over the edge and the basket will become totally hidden. I'll just crack on with this now. So I'm just topping up the hanging basket. You can see that the old compost bag's been turned inside out, so it's the black on the outside and the coloured side on the inside, just so that's hidden. And I'm just filling this up using a large pot, just taking out the compost bag and transferring it into the hanging basket. So that's the hanging basket filled up with compost. The compost I'm using as well has got a moisture control system in it where it releases the moisture when there's plenty of water, but then when there's shortage of water it retains some of that moisture as well. But I've also added some slow release fertiliser as well, just through the life of the hanging basket to make sure there's plenty of nutrients in there for the plants as they grow throughout the season. It's a slow release fertiliser, and as the more moisture in the soil and the heat and the warmth, it starts to release the nutrients from the fertiliser. So let's get planting up now. So as I said earlier, I'm just using 3 plants in this hanging basket due to their trailing habit and their sort of vigour as well. I'm just using those 3, but 3 different colours, all slightly the same sort of colour shades. And we'll have a trailing petunia rose star, and we have another trailing petunia with a deep lavender vein flower, and then one of the last ones I'm using is Easy Wave Burgundy with this sort of white and sort of burgundy star shape in the middle of the petunia. But all 3 have got a trailing habit and should start to be able to cascade over the hanging basket before they go out in their final positions come the end of May. There's the first plant in. Another wee tip is just to look for where the chains are going to be hanging from, and just try and make sure the plant's put in between the chains as they go up to hang the actual basket. There's some of the securing point there, and there's another securing point just in the middle there, and that's where the chains will be coming up. So I've tried to put the plant in the middle just so it doesn't get tangled up in the chains. So there we go, that's the 3 plants planted. Hanging basket's looking okay just now. Still got a wee bit of time to establish, but this hanging basket will stay indoors for another 3 to 4 weeks until we can make sure that all danger of an overnight frost is gone. Otherwise, these plants being tender will succumb to that frost. But I'll just keep them sheltered at night, keep them watered, and hopefully they'll establish before being put out towards the end of April, maybe first, second week in May.